Hello, good morning, children. Welcome back to our NRS education channel. In the previous video, we discussed about the story The Ashes That Made Trees Bloom, right? Let us continue the remaining part. In the last video, we came to know that the old couple were blessed by the fortune. The dog made them rich by scratching in the ground. The old man struck his hoe and found a pile of gold coins. Observing this, there was one more wicked couple, old couple. They wanted to have the same thing with them. Let us continue. Then they dragged him out of doors, taking a spade and hoe with them. The wicked couple brought the dog and fed it with delicious food. But the afraid dog neither eat nor move. They dragged it. They dragged it out of the doors and taking spade and hoe with them. They took spade. No sooner had the dog got near a pine tree growing in the garden than he began to paw and scratch the ground. When the dog came out, suddenly it reached a pine tree which was growing in the garden and started to scratch in the ground as if a mighty treasure lay beneath. The dog was scratching as if a mighty treasure lay beneath, means under. At that time, the wicked couple, the wicked old man, called his wife. Quick, wife, hand me the spade and hoe, cried the greedy old fool. He thought that the dog would provide a pile of gold coins. So he exclaimed that, quick, wife, hand me the spade and hoe. He was expecting that the dog would give gold coins. As he danced with joy, he expressed his happiness by dancing. Then the covetous old fellow with a spade and the old crone with a hoe began to dig. The dog spotted a place, so they started to dig it. But there was nothing but a dead kitten. They didn't get anything expensive. They didn't get any rich, costly material. Like old couple, they got a dead kitten. The smell which made them drop their tools and shut their noses. It was very foul, smelling bad, so they dropped their tools there itself and closed their noses. Furious at the dog. Furious means extremely angry. They were very angry at the dog. The old man kicked and beat him to death. The old man punished the dog very badly, and the old woman finished the work by nearly chopping off his head with a sharp hoe. The old woman was very angry. She took the sharp hoe and chopped off the dog's head. They then plunged him into the hole and heaped the earth over his carcass. Plunge means threw. They buried the dead animal, the dog, in the ground. The owner of the dog heard of the death of his pet. The good old man came to know that his dog was killed by the neighbors. The owner of the dog heard the death of his pet and mourning for him as if he had been his. own child. He was very sad because he had lost his pet animal. It was like his own child. Went at night under the pine tree. He set up some bamboo tubes in the ground. He was very sad, so he went to the place where the dog was buried. He reached the pine tree. He set up some bamboo tubes in the ground, such as are used before tombs, which were used for the dogs, in which he put fresh flowers. Then he laid a cup of water and a tray of food on the grave and burned several costly sticks of incense. He offered flowers, water, and food. Finally, he made rituals by using the costly sticks of incense. He mourned that he mourned a great while over his pet, calling him many dear names as if he were alive. He expressed his sorrow by calling it with various names, like it was alive, as if he was alive. That night, the spirit of the dog appeared to him in a dream and said, on the same day, the spirit of the dog appeared in front of him and stated, cut down the pine tree over my grave. Grave means the yard where the dog was buried. Cut down the pine tree over my grave and make from it a mortar for your rice pastry and a mill for your bean sauce. Cut down the pine tree and prepare a mortar. Mortar means bowl, wooden bowl. It is for rice pastry. Pastry means a dough of a flour, right? And mill for your bean sauce. You can prepare food by using that wooden bowl and the pastry bean, the bean sauce. This is about today's session. Read these paragraphs. We will continue in the next session. Thank you. Have a nice day.